So Kevin and I first met on a gay dating app called Grindr. He just had this cute little smirk about him when I saw his profile photo that I was like, yep, I definitely want to message you.
I was working a football game at the time and I get this message from this guy.
And my very first message to Kevin was, hey yo, what's up?
Hey yo, what's up? I mean, you all know Graham. He's like the whitest guy in the world, and hey yo, what's up with the Zeds?
And that was the best thing I could muster up.
Yeah, I can't believe I responded to that either, looking back at it.
And I really wanted to kind of show that I was cool and really wanted to try and impress him.
You know, it was cute. It was cute and it won me over. It was original.
So our first date, or first time meeting each other, was at the Starbucks on 137th Street. It was funny because Kevin messaged me that afternoon and was like, hey, I've got 45 minutes in 30 minutes if you've got a spare second to meet.
I would always be like, yeah, hey, we'll meet you last minute and I only have an hour, so let's hurry up.
I was in my parents' basement in my sweatpants, hadn't showered yet, and I was like, I want to meet you, but I look terrible. Yes, I'll meet you in half an hour.
He said, yeah. So I was actually kind of caught off guard because I was expecting him to say no.
I got there before he did and he didn't quite know what to do.
Graham beat me there, as I've come to find out. He's early for everything. We chatted for like, gosh, probably over an hour.
I called him out on it and I was like, don't you have to like leave?
And I'm like, oh yeah, I do have to go. I think I was meeting my uncle or something like that. My first impression was he was just a bit of a weirdo. He's a Boston Red Sox fan wearing a New York Yankees hat. Like, who does that?
So everything you probably shouldn't do in the first like week of dating, we did.
But he charmed me. We talked about sports and travel. He didn't seem like a weirdo until the third date.
I said I loved you on our third date, which was also one of those things where you're like, oh no, what did I just do?
I cannot stress this enough. Date number 3. Who does this? Date number 3, and Graham looks at me and says, oh my God, I love you. And I'm like, what?
It just shot out of my mouth that I loved him, and that's how we ended the date.
And he's just like, what?
And then it was, all right, well, have a good night.
And I remember driving home thinking, wow, like I am like seeing a guy that's like crazy.
I knew I wanted to be with Kevin very early on in our relationship.
When did I know I wanted to be with him forever? That's a loaded word there.
4 to 6 months into our relationship, I knew I was like, yep, I really want to be with him.
I knew probably in less than a month, I knew that, okay, this is gonna be a serious relationship.
I had, at that point, met Kevin's mom and aunt and uncle and cousins. Kevin had met my parents.
When I saw the interaction with the families, both of us, when I met his family, when he met my family, that's when I knew, okay.
I knew at that point that I really wanted to spend my life with Kevin.
Yeah, that's when you knew he was special.
What am I most looking forward to about being married to Kevin is the fact that I get to spend my life with Kevin. He's my partner in crime.
It's gonna sound weird, like nothing changes. We've basically been married for 5.5 years.
I'm excited that we're going to be able to spend the rest of our lives together. We're going to be able to open up the next chapter of our lives together.
It's not lost on me the struggle and the fight that other people in the LGBTQ community have had to go through. It's also not lost on me in the fact that growing up, gay people couldn't get married, yet here we are, and we are able to do that. So wearing that ring is sacred, and to be able to wear that ring with someone like Graham is unbelievable. You know, my favorite thing about Graham is he's selfless, and he will do anything for anyone.
Kevin is just so cool, calm, and collected. I could go from 0 to 100 really quick, and Kevin is able to bring me back down to reality.
It sounds so cliche. We can laugh together, we can cry together, but legitimately we can.
Kevin always wants to challenge me to make me a better person. I wouldn't be as good of a person as I am today if it wasn't for Kevin.
He is my better half. We are together, we are one. Complete. He completes me.
We're soulmates. I don't know what I would do without him. most annoying thing about Kevin, or least favorite thing about Kevin, is in the morning when he makes the bed in the morning, he doesn't do it with a hospital corner.
Graham loves the hospital corner. Making a bed is the stupidest thing in the world.
He doesn't put the blankets just so and the pillows just right on the bed.
Oh, he is so OCD about stuff.
Sometimes I'll come home after a long day at work and I'll remake our bed.
Who cares? No one's looking at it. And it's like when you get in there, then like the bed, you're like a little cocoon. It's so tight in there.
And I love that he doesn't really care that I will remake the bed when I feel like I need to remake the bed.
Even though I bug him lots about it, I find just like his little OCD stuff, you know, cute.
10 years from now, well, I see us still living in this house.
I don't really foresee there being much changes, honestly.
Kevin and I will hopefully have 2 or 3 dogs. For sure 2, hopefully 3 dogs. He doesn't know this yet.
Graham and I, we live a great life and we love being part of our families. We love, you know, being part of our friends' lives.
Just planning our escapes together, planning what we want to do together. Kevin and I love to plan what's next.
We love traveling the world, so there'll be lots of travel, lots of family time, and a lot of sport events. My goodness.
Oh, this one's gonna make me cry. I'm already crying.
Is this where Graham cried?
Pre-message to Kevin. Oh.
Whatever I want to say to Graham.
I didn't know we were gonna do that, but.
No, I literally just have something in my eye, and that's not even, I have something in my eye, I'm crying. No.
Kevin, I love you. I can't wait for our next adventures together. I can't wait for us to spend the rest of our lives together, writing our next chapters together. And I can't wait for the fact that we get to do this together. Please be as patient as ever as you always have been. You bring out the best in me. And I love you unconditionally.
Graham, I love you. You are everything I could have asked for and then some. You make me want to be a better person. You have made me a better person. And when people say, you know, that, you know, it's truly like a partnership, you know, that you complete me, you truly do. You mean the world to me. You know, we'll always say love you always and forever. And that's true, it really is. I would travel to every end of the world to be with you and to enjoy and explore the world with you. Maybe not Africa, but you know, we'll get there. But yeah, you are the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. And I know, you know that I'm a big wrestling fan, so I always joke with, you're my tag team champion. But I love you, and I can't wait to see what the next 10, 20, 50, 80 years will be like. Keep in mind, 80 years from now, I'll be really old. So yeah, let's make sure we party lots and enjoy significantly less than that. But you mean everything to me. So I love you, and I hope you are enjoying our wedding day. It's going to be a wonderful night.